Leo, welcome to your reading. So, okay, when I was sitting with your energy, for the most part, it was almost like I was getting direction or someone was giving me directions to do something. Um, it came in a very masculine type of energy. So I feel like some of you are going to be guided, or some of you are going to be putting in effort to getting direction or understanding where you're at with things and having clarity and just knowing which way to go. So that's the first message that I'm getting. But let's go ahead and just look at your spread and see where this is going to lead to. All right, so Leo, right now, I feel like you're having a bit of trouble maybe in your finances. But it's things that you can fix. It's nothing that's too like crazy. I feel like you can maybe tighten up on your budget or just be a little bit more aware of where you're putting your money. On a deeper level, I feel like your lifestyle, the quality of your lifestyle can be improved. I feel like the first step to doing that is focusing on yourself and really putting in that energy to yourself first. So that the things around you can flourish, because the way you take care of yourself is going to reflect in your environment as well. Trust me on that, honey. Leo, right now, you need to stop being afraid to take a risk. It's good to be conservative. It's good to have, certain boundaries. But at this time, I feel like you need to stop clinging to the old way of doing things and look at things from a new perspective. Try something new. Take a risk. Take that risk that you're afraid to do. Okay? That's the first message that you're getting right now. And I feel like when you start doing that, it's actually going to contribute to you having a better and more improved lifestyle, because the Queen of Pentacles is all about the lifestyle. It's all about how she wants things to be, the things that she can have for herself. She also wants to share with others. She wants to give off that energy. But for some reason, you've been really like hitting yourself on the hand and being like, no, you can't have that, Leo. You don't deserve to have that. You can't do that. And I feel like right now you're being told, or you're being pushed rather, to take a risk. Go do that different thing. Stop clinging on to old ideas. Stop clinging on to what you think you know, and go try something different. Get out of your comfort zone. That in itself is very powerful. It's even more powerful because I'm seeing that what you have just gotten out of, like what you just walked away from in your past or things you've been dealing with, is the Fool card. So it looks like you've gotten out of a situation where things are completely new. So I'm kind of confused as to how you started this new journey in the past, but right now you're afraid to keep going on this journey. It's like you think it's too like you don't want the trip to keep going. You're like, okay, I've had enough. But I feel like Spirit is like, no, go. Like, take this risk. It's going to do you really well. Yeah, you have the Hermit here in reverse. So I feel like you've gotten out of your comfort zone. You've allowed life and other people to kind of come into your circle or come into your energy field. And, you've had new experiences because of this. Yeah, and you've manifested so many great things. So it looks like the only thing stopping you right now is your own fear. And I'm not sure why you have this fear, because things look like you have really proven to yourself that whatever you want to happen in life, or whatever direction you want to go, you can do it, and you're protected. You're spiritually in tune. You have intuition. You have discernment. You have the ability to attract what you want. So I'm kind of confused on why you're afraid to take this risk. What exactly is this risk that Leo needs to go for? The Eight of Swords in reverse. And then we have the Nine of Cups. So there's something you want, Leo. There's something you really want. But you're telling yourself you cannot have it. Or you're telling yourself why it's impossible to have it. And it's this cycle that you're going through. This cycle, this loop in your mind. I don't know if it's someone else telling you this or if it's your own self. But there's a loop pattern that you keep replaying. And you telling yourself, like, it can't work. It won't work. I cannot do this, and it's preventing you from moving and attracting what you want. And what you want is literally here for you, but you're like not taking that step to do it. It's amazing what the mind will do. You know what I mean? One thing that I want to stress with this Eight of Swords, this is saying like a lot of the issues that you are going through and what you keep telling yourself that you can't do is because you're looking at things from a very like society says to do this. You have to get out of this mindset that there's only one way to do things. You have to get out of this mindset that the way everyone else does things is the way that you're supposed to go. Whatever this is, you have every right to feel like, I don't know if that's going to work. Because I feel like what you're doing is different. Let me say that I do see that it's different, but it's going to get you to have what you want. That thing that you keep searching for and you keep, thinking about, you can't stop thinking about it. This is the pathway to it, but you have to take that risk. You have to kind of go the different route. And I feel like you're afraid to, but I don't know why, because you have already been on the route of going, taking the different step that nobody else does, or taking the path less traveled. Is that how you say it? I don't know. But you've been walking to the beat of your own drum. You've been doing the things that other people say, like, there's no way you can do that. And you've been proving them wrong. And you've been able to really show it, But now you're like, yo, this next decision that I'm going to make, that's too much even for me. That's the vibe that you're on. And I just feel like Spirit is like, it's really not. Just go fucking do it. Like, you can do this. Okay. So what's the advice? Give me some advice for right now. What does Leo need to hear about this? Two of Cups. Interesting. So you have the Two of Cups in reverse. I feel like the advice is learning to detach. I feel like the advice is understanding that what you're waiting for, there's still more time that you need in order to pull it towards you. It's also about understanding that there's certain relationships that mirror you. That's not it. You don't need to be a part of it. I feel like Spirit is saying your advice is merge with the things that feel like you, that feel like what you need to do in the future. Not just what you're used to, but what feels like what you want to be focused on in the future. Spiritually and emotionally. What makes you happy, but what also aligns you with Spirit. Whatever that is, that's where you have to go, and understand that it is going to be a long path. It's not going to be like overnight. And some of you are still waiting on that. But there's so many like moving parts to the situation. But your advice, let go of what needs to be let go of. Whether it's a mindset, whether it's your own understanding of things that you haven't, challenged. Because sometimes like we really believe stuff, but we haven't challenged it to see if it's true. You understand what I'm saying? So that's your advice. Moving towards the future, we have the Knight of Cups in reverse. I feel like there's someone here who's love bombing. You have someone here who's love bombing the fuck out of the situation, okay? I feel like they're all talk but no action. What do you want, Leo? You have to know what you want, because if you know what you want, and I mean literally, like if you have to write it down, write it down. But you have to know what you want, because this person or the situation is going to push you to try to tell you what you want. And meanwhile, if you would just connect with yourself and understand what you want, you're going to be able to know if what they're saying is true or false, just based off of your own understanding of where you want to go. Okay, so what is it that this person is telling you? Or what are they doing? What are they not committing to? What is this Knight of Cups in reverse? It's like they're not helping you emotionally or spiritually. They're not being honest. Most definitely not being honest. I feel like they're a little crazy. I feel like they're hiding things, or they're not really showing you who they truly are. They're not really happy, or they don't want you to be happy. And they keep telling you something about like good news. Like they have good news about a job, or about, creativity or passion. But there's something that they're hiding, and there's something about them not actually wanting you to be happy. So if you want to be happy, the things that they're telling you is not. If it doesn't make you happy, then that's probably not. That's how you know who the person is. What are they hiding? What is this? They're hiding the fact that they have not gotten over disappointment, heartbreak. It's something like they haven't rested. They haven't given them time they haven't like really sat with themselves and identified what their problems are. So they're still dealing with all of this, even though they seem so happy. They're trying to find the answers outside of themselves when really the problem and the solution is within them. So if you have someone who's constantly making everything look like it's okay when it's not, or if you have someone who has a hard time taking accountability, this is the person I'm talking about. Okay? Now, let me get some information on how this person is, maybe like their sign or something. I don't want to make it too deep about their sign, but I just want to see, because I feel like they're really good at hiding that they're the bad guy, you know? So let me just see if I can help you out. Okay, so they could be an earth sign. So we have Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. This is a person who, they seem very grounded. I actually think that they are a family person. They're very family oriented. They have a lot of growing to do. And I feel like for some reason this is a person who talks about kids or children a lot. Like they want to have children, or they want to grow a family or something like that. They're really focused on this, and that's not a bad quality. But it looks like they do this as a part of their love bombing. Anything else? Okay, we also are getting Gemini coming up, and we have the Lovers. So again, that love bombing situation, I feel like that's all they talk about. I feel like they really just say, like, we belong together. We're supposed to be together. We have to be together. Are you kidding me? We have to. That is what they do. It's almost like the way that they show off their love for themselves is by telling you how much that they love you. It's a mindfuck, honestly. But this is the energy that I'm getting, okay? So be aware of this. Overall, what I want to leave you with, because I feel like I give you a lot of information, there's something that you have to leave behind. And for a lot of you, it's going to be in your love life, because that is greatly attached to your spiritual life. Leave it behind so you can go after what you really want, okay? This is your life. I want to leave you with that. This is your life. Understand that moving forward, you're going to have someone who's going to actively try to push you away from what you are spiritually and emotionally connected to. Understand that when you can identify that this person is who they are, you don't even have to call them out. But understand that whenever you get to that point of doing that, you're going to be so good at just identifying, you know, which way to go. Like the direction, that's what the message was. The direction that you need is going to come easily once you're able to identify who is trying to steer you the wrong way. So it's not that you're confused, it's that you don't know which way you want to go, and you're not aware that some of the people around you or some of the people in your life who are showing up as good people are really not good people. So you have to really do some deep diving into the people around you, but also get in tune with yourself, because when you get in tune with yourself, you won't be able to trick yourself, because you're not working off of ego, you're working with spirit. Understand what I'm saying? This is like some really deep shit, okay, Leo? Like really, really get in tune, for real. Not just for this season, but for forever. But I'm saying in this particular situation, it's going to be detrimental and crucial for you to get in tune with yourself so that you can make the right movements and to have that clarity and go down the direction that you need to be in, okay? God, I love you, Leo. I love you so much. Thank you so much for watching. If you want your own private reading with me, make sure you email me, or you can go to my website. I don't feel like doing the whole spiel. If you need to see me, or if you need any other help with anything, go down in the description box below. Leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, notification bell if you want to see my live streams and all that. Be true to yourself, Leo. I love you. Keep growing, keep being strong, and I'll see you in your next video. Bye, Leo.